This is a review of the Taylormade P790 irons. Hey, this is Jamie with Golfer Geek, and let's get to it. As you can see, these are the irons I now put in my bag. And what I have is the 4 iron. Sorry about that, give me just a second. 4 iron. Through the gap wedge or approach wedge. Let's give you a better view of that there. Okay. Now I'll just put these down for a second. Okay, so let's cover the basics with them. Looks. So I will admit, part of the reason I consider the P790s is they just look really, really cool. Some other great looking clubs on the market these days, Callaway's Apex irons look awesome. Even the 760s look very nice from Taylormade. Sorry about that. They are a little too, not quite as forgiving as I would like. The PTX Pros from Ben Hogan also look very nice. So there's a lot of very nice looking clubs on the market. But for some reason, the P790s just really, and still do speak to me very much. These are the 2017 models. I got them either late 2018 or... No, I got these probably mid 2019. I had finally broken down and decided to get a new set of irons. So looks, I think they look awesome. Every iron in the bag looks great. And part of my evaluation of looks is how they look behind the ball. So how they set up behind the ball. And so this is more of this type of thing here. And how, how they look for the ball, how they frame the ball. Do they give you confidence when they're lined up behind the ball? So the top line is part of that right here. And there's a little thicker type of top line than with a lot of player clubs with the P790s. And the sole of the club is a little thicker too, which adds a little more forgiveness. And it's something you can kind of sense and tell right away at address. And so it gives you more confidence to swing away. You're not swinging tentative. And I find that's a big factor when evaluating irons. And I guess you put it under the looks category. Now, next thing I guess the most obvious is distance with these irons. So these, in my opinion, are pretty much as long as irons get. The only thing I've found comparable are the Taylormade M5s, which if you haven't seen, I have a review of those too. Also great clubs. So these get the ball up, and I guess we're going to go to trajectory now. Really, I'm a high ball hitter anyway, and these get the ball up very easily as any clubs I've tested, certainly. And it's not like a ballooning where it just spins up and drops nowhere. You get the distance, you get the trajectory, it'll hold the greens, and it's like an easy power, which is what I like. You don't have to go after it with these, and I don't like going after the ball when I swing anyway. I just don't think you can be consistent that way. Now, sound and feel with these clubs, just a nice click when you connect with the ball. Nothing out of the ordinary there. They sound nice. They feel great when you connect, just like most irons do. So that's a definite plus there. Where else are we going? Oh, workability. So if you can hit a draw or a fade, and if you can flight the ball with your irons, you can definitely do it with these irons. They are player irons, although they are on the more forgiving side, which is why I picked them up. So, if you can work the ball, these can work the ball. You won't have any issues there. And so I think if you're a low handicapper, these are great clubs for you, and they will do everything you want to do. Certainly. If you're on the lower side of mid handicap and you just need a little bit of help and you're kind of a strong ball striker, I think the 790s can work for you also. Getting a little bit closer while I'm talking about it. I just think they're great clubs. If you haven't seen my Taylormade M5 or M6 review, I was very surprised by Taylormade irons. The M5s are the first ones I've ever hit. They make very quality irons. I already knew about the woods. Excuse me. I've been using Taylormade woods since the mid 2000s. Driver for sure. And I brought the fairy woods on in 2010. So, I mean, through the bag, they make great clubs, as do most of the upper tier manufacturers. And so I can hardly recommend the P790s. I think they're great clubs and a definite buy in my opinion. All right, guys, so that's the end of the review. If you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe. I will be coming up with more reviews for you. I always give my honest opinion. Give me your opinions below. I'll respond to everyone who responds. I ask you to be cool about it. Anyway, that's it, guys. Have a great day.